Hey guys, I apologize in advance if the video tilts. I'm on my side. I just got home an hour ago and I had my therapy intake today. It was at a place, it was Health Right, but it's also the Asian American Community Center. I was a little confused by that at first because so I had called my insurance and then called every mental health place that they said we're taking new patients, and then I called every place that was recommended to me from the places that didn't think that they could assist me, and then this was the first place that called back and said, let's do an intake. So I confirmed with them that while they did used to just serve the Asian American community, they're contracted with county mental health, so basically they'll serve anyone who has Medi-Cal. The office was very confusingly located for me, so I had to call and verify where they were located and explain, hey, I'm late because I can't find you. And then, you ring the doorbell and then you open the door. That was a little confusing for me too, and the receptionist was a little bit less than polite about the me opening the door thing, because it's not a system I'm used to. So, and today was not a high mobility day. I did, however, manage to do a little bit of shopping. I bought a large amount of fruit, like, two peaches, two nectarines, or plums, maybe. Some pineapple chunks that are that big, like pineapple strips, two bananas, and some dried mango. I also got fruit juice and vegetable juice. And what's interesting is that WIC will cover like the generic orange juice and the generic vegetable juice. They don't cover Simply Orange or V8. And I'm just wondering why. Also, they will cover generic oatmeal, generic instant oatmeal, as long as it's like the plain flavor, but they don't cover Quaker oatmeal. But they cover Quaker oatmeal squares cold cereal, but not Quaker hot cereal. So I had some fun with the WIC app, because California, they have the app, and I was scanning the UPC codes for the juice that I wanted to get, the oatmeal that I wanted to get. I did not get oatmeal because they did not have the kind that I am allowed to get. So, I figured, well, if I can get cereal, I'll get hot cereal. But I couldn't do that. So, we have some oatmeal here still, I think. It's just I was in the habit of taking oatmeal with me for emergency lunch, emergency breakfast. And, Splenda doesn't raise my blood sugar. Like, I'm not supposed to eat Splenda. I'm not supposed to eat Truvia, but they don't raise my blood sugar. So I kind of ignore that a little bit. And I noticed in the mirror, I officially have a bump. I am not going to go and show you guys right now, but I will tell you this cute story about my cat. She jumped up on the couch when I was laying like this on my side. She jumped up, she walked like over my chest and then sat down behind me, and then I kind of rolled over onto my back. I have a back supporter here, so I can probably do that. I rolled over onto my back and she climbed, and she just made herself comfortable just cuddling over the baby. And it was adorable. I took a picture, but it wasn't like a great picture. I'm really happy that I get to go back to work on April 9th. So I know that I get pretty much a full paycheck this payday. Next payday, I don't get anything. And then the next one after that, April 17th, I don't get anything. Um, well, I'll get like 1 day's pay, so 6 hours pay because I'll be working the ninth, and then after that, it should return to normal. The benefits site is kind of sort of working. Like, they have acknowledged my registration. Um, the only problem is that I tried to apply for benefits online on my phone, and the website kept kicking me off and making me log in again. So I might have to do that on the computer when I'm able to actually sit at my computer, which I am not right now. Fun fact, my dad wants me to bring my laptop to the hospital with me when I'm delivering. Because he's like, well, they're gonna keep you in recovery and you're gonna be bored. And I'm like, but a laptop? Really? Like, even if I have a tray or something, that's like really awkward positioning. I'll be recovering from giving birth, so I'm not gonna want to move a lot. And my phone has Kindle and Nook, so I've got books that I can read. I'm pretty happy though, because at least I know I'll be going back to work. Not sure how that's going to work out with the disability because I did send in my disability paperwork. I haven't confirmed with my doctor if I can still work part-time while on disability because my boss is thinking that I can't. And when the lobby, I guess, opens back up, when this benefit center opens back up, I guess I'll have to talk to my worker about that. And I'm also going to have to talk to him about applying for cash aid because you can apparently do it for, like, if you're more than 4 months, and I am more than 4 months pregnant by now, so I think I'm almost 6 months. Like, I'm 23 weeks. I'll be 24 weeks in 2 days, so I am also grateful that, so as I said before, I paid for one of my friends to attend her partner's funeral, and she's been paying me back slowly and steadily, so that's good. And then my ex decided to help financially with the baby as well. And I'm keeping a spreadsheet of his contributions and this, like, anything that I'm spending the money on, baby related, pregnancy related. But for the most part, I'm trying to keep everything in the savings account. I did buy myself maternity underpants because the alternative is, so my dad he has Anthem Blue Cross, but he's on a different program because he's a senior. So he gets a benefit card for Walmart, and they allow him to get like diapers and pads for adult incontinence. And I'm not incontinent yet. But he still got me some because I was wearing pull-up adult diapers for the things that were kind of going on in my first trimester, and then it just became more comfortable. But unfortunately, he couldn't get the pull-up kind with the Anthem benefits, so he got the tab kind, and they're unisex, and they are not very secure, not very comfortable. They were, free, so I'm grateful for that. So I ended up just getting some maternity panties because my regular panties were pinching and making it harder to move. So, maternity underwear fit. Got a 3-pack, and I want to get more because they are pretty comfortable, and I can just stick one of the unisex incontinent pads in them to catch, any extra moisture and stuff that I don't really like. Um, yeah, I apologize if that's TMI, but anyone who's been pregnant probably understands what I'm talking about. And I got a couple of the cheaper maternity pants, leggings, and stuff. Like, at first, I searched up maternity pants, and the results I got were like $40 a pair. And I was like, no way, I'm not paying that. But, and leggings are also super expensive. Like, regular leggings I can get like a 4 pack for $20, okay? Maternity leggings, I can get one pair for $17 or $18. So, what I did was I got 2 pairs of maternity slacks that I can just, when I go back to work, I can wear them. Um, they're professional looking, you know, and I could just, because I work 2 days a week, and then, I can do laundry and stuff. Yeah, actually, my ex had asked me if I was showing, if I had a baby bump, and I don't know, because I'm used to being fat, you know. My stomach has always kind of been there, since I was about 12 or 13. So I don't know if I look pregnant. I do know that I've lost about 6 or 8 pounds since I became pregnant. And my weight's been like pretty steady at 197, and it was 205 before. So whatever kind of math that is, but I've lost weight, but my waistline is expanding. And then I looked in the mirror after my cat was cuddling with my bump. And I thought, oh, I am noticeably rounder. So yeah, I guess I am showing. I don't know. But pretty much everything's going all right. I think I may have overreacted about being out of work because I didn't realize that I'd be able to go back to work next month. Well, hopefully I'll be able to go back to work. I still need to talk to my benefits guy. But I just kind of panicked because the site wasn't working, and if it was just for me, I wouldn't really care because like I have a roof over my head. It's perfectly stable, and I don't so much need money for myself. It's just with the baby, there's a lot of needs. There's a lot of things that I want to acquire before he's born, and I'm just thinking there's a certain amount that I want my savings account to be at, and I'm not sure if that's going to be up to possible. And I'm not spending money frivolously. Like, I'm not spending on myself so much, except for things that I genuinely need. Like, my dad made me get a bed because I shouldn't be sleeping on the floor. Although, ironically, the floor was a lot more comfortable than the bed frame. But the bed frame also comes with drawers, so I can put my projects in my drawers, so they're not taking up so much shelf space. And I did genuinely need a new phone because my old one was malfunctioning to a degree. I did factory reset it, but I needed the I needed to use my old phone to log into Google with my new phone because my new phone was like, you need to log into Google from your phone. I was like, ma'am, this is my phone. So I had to have the lady help me, the customer service person help me, and she did. She was very patient with me. So, I did need a new phone. The old one took too much fall damage, and this one, it's got, the case has glitter in it, and it's the kind that moves when you move the phone. So, I'm not going to be one of those moms who's just like, on the phone all the time, using the phone all the time, because I feel like then the baby's going to want to use the phone all the time, And I'm not getting electronics like that for my baby. So baby can grow up with board books and stuff. And if I turn the phone off though, and I'm just playing with the case, like tilting it and stuff, like tilting it one way and then tilting it the other, baby can watch it and kind of be soothed by that, because I know kids like watching stuff. That's cool. And those were really the, you know, larger items or the more expensive things that I didn't really want to buy, but I kind of had to. But everything else, I don't spend money frivolously anymore, so that's like one good thing is I'm a lot more responsible than I was like a year ago. Of course, I'm also not spending money on quote unquote friends who are capable of taking care of themselves but feel that they're entitled to leech off of everybody else. And anyone who knows me personally knows exactly who I'm talking about. Um, not to be too rude or anything, but, when that person found out about my pregnancy, was like, oh, I feel sorry for the baby because you're going to be a horrible person because blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, do you actually think I'm going to treat a literal baby the way that I treat an adult who's acting like one? I have a concern there. But yeah, it's like, it's not one set of rules for you and then a different set of rules for everybody else, kind of thing. It's like I have the same expectations for everybody, pretty much. But anyway, my bills are paid. It's just the shopping list I have for the baby. I have a few friends who have offered to help out. Like they offered to help out back in my first trimester, and then some of them I heard from again, some of them I didn't. I don't really want to bug them about, hey, you promised to help me with this, because I feel like that sounds a little bit like, yes, they offered, but reminding them that they offered, I'm not sure how polite that is, kind of thing. Although, I do, I have a couple of other friends who are having babies around this time too, who just like post up their sonograms and do pregnancy updates as well, just to remind everybody, hey, I'm pregnant. So I'm kind of doing the same thing that they're doing, but I don't want to like reach out too much unless I'm really close to the person and say, hey, so when can I expect this thing that you offered? Especially if I haven't really spoken to them much before or since, because like as much as a certain amount of being transactional like is a part of a lot of relationships, I don't want my friendships to seem fully transactional, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay to ask for favors from someone that you know really, really well, but if it's someone that you just kind of talk to online once or twice, no. Anyway, I'm approaching like the time limit that I put on myself for rambling, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so, so much for sticking with me. And, no pressure, no obligation, but I did start a Patreon and a Coffee account, and the links to both are in the description. Cheers.